If you give a Denverite soil, seeds, and a safe space, they'll grow more than food. They'll grow the future. Doug is so delighted to be celebrating our 40th birthday this year. We've impacted so many lives in so many beautiful ways.
I was at a very low point in my life, and one night I had a dream, and I said, God wants me to build a garden, and the garden brought me back.
The area where our garden is used to be an industrial part of the city and also a through road. The soil and the surrounding environment were not conducive to growing anything for many, many years. This just didn't grow as well as they do now, just 3 or 4 years later. So knowing that we're improving that little patch of Denver every year is significant.
Community gardens are hubs of biodiversity. And you step into a garden off of a city street, especially a hot city street, and the temperature in a community garden is going to be 5 to 15 degrees cooler than the neighborhood. You have tree canopy, you have greenery, you're healing the soil.
I started with 18 plots, 2 raised beds, and 8-foot trellis of grapes and 2 apple trees. Mostly I grow for the food bank.
The garden has a lot of cultural aspects to it because we plant a lot of plants that our people have used in the past. We have our jalapenos, our poblanos, our cilantro. We just love all of the things that we can grow to make our natural food that we have. We have a lot of art in the garden that tells the story of our people.
One of the wonderful benefits of Doug's Community Gardens, there are so many of them, and they are woven into the fabric of our lives. They're easy to access. They're easy to get to.
200 community gardens and 24 food forests dotted across 7 counties in Metro Denver, where people can come out of their homes, they leave their phones behind, and they just grow alongside each other.
I get to meet a lot of my neighbors, and being outside and being a part of the community, being available for the community is really important.
The garden is there, and it provides not only food, but it provides camaraderie, it provides love and peace.
In 1994, there were 108 children who were victims of violence. My son Troy, a 16-year-old, who was a victim of violence. We built this garden not only for the memory of my son, for the memory of all those children who are victims of violence. We planted a lot of herbs and medicines and different plants that are healing plants. And part of that teaching to our youth with our cultural teaching was that we wanted to tell them our people are healers and not destroyers of their community.
Out of over 200 Denver urban gardens, 66 are school partnerships. And so there's a lot of opportunities for our students and community members to interface and learn from each other and share with each other.
I believe children really need to know where their food comes from. They also need easy access to an open, safe outdoor place where they can play in the dirt and meet bugs, find flowers, grow things.
The joy and the knowledge and the connection that community gardens provide to knit together all of the generations, it's such a thing of beauty.
Doug is my family. And what they do to feed and teach is what we need here in this country.
If you give a Denverite soil, seeds, and a safe space, they'll start planting something small, a tomato, a marigold, maybe a memory. As it grows, they'll share what they've learned with a neighbor, a child, a curious passerby. They'll ask for seeds from their culture, and stories will bloom alongside the squash. The garden will fill with laughter, languages, recipes, and new traditions. Soon, they'll build a bench, host a potluck, create shade, compost, and connection. Bees will return. The soil will heal. Rain will linger longer in the roots. A whole block will breathe easier, and strangers will become stewards. And when the season turns, they'll save seeds for the next. Because if you give a Denverite soil, seeds, and a safe space, they'll grow more than food. They'll grow the future.